Welcome back, guys, to part 2 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Versus Vanguard.
In our Japanese media Smackdown.
Last time we compared the card game. Now we're going to compare the series of Card Fight Vanguard
Versus all the Yu-Gi-Oh series. Yes, that's right. Vanguard is going to be going up against a real champion in the Japanese media, which is the Yu-Gi-Oh anime series.
Vanguard, what that has over 100 and something episodes versus Yu-Gi-Oh, which has more.
Which is almost as much as One Piece combined together.
Oh yes. So,
Vanguard, whereas Yu-Gi-Oh has four different series with one to four seasons to each of them. Probably. I don't know.
Actually, even a bit more, because if you forgot Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0.
Yeah, well, there you go.
5 series.
So yeah, Vanguard is going to be Vanguard's David and Yu-Gi-Oh's Goliath in this one, but that doesn't necessarily mean Vanguard can't win.
Exactly.
We're still comparing. So what we're going to compare is the main hero. Vanguard sporting out with Aichi Sendo, while Yu-Gi-Oh is given Yugi and Yami.
What's his name? Yusei, and last but not least, Yuma Tsukumo. So yeah.
All right. So Aichi. Let's see. Aichi starts out timid. He's really just a timid guy. Then he starts playing. Then he starts playing Vanguard. He gains more friends, so and so. However, there's one interesting thing I like about Aichi, where I think he might actually top some of the protagonists on the Yu-Gi-Oh side. And the fact is, Aichi, you see him evolve as a main character, as a duelist, better said. He isn't initially born. He isn't initially given the gift of being good at the game he wants to be in. He's not like an uber god like Yugi or Jaden or Yusei is, where they can't lose for shit. No, Aichi does lose, and these losses actually help him evolve, thus giving him new strategies.
Oh yes. Now I'm going to talk a bit about Yugi, because Yugi is also a timid guy, but then he has his Millennium Puzzle, which brings Yami out, also known as the Pharaoh. And Yugi, I think Yugi, he did evolve from episode 1 to the final episode 224, I believe, where he had to fight Yami, and he just didn't want to let go, but he defeated him just because he knew that he had to set his friend free. And it's a really great story. Jaden, on the other hand, is the guy who is always confident, like he's always get your game on, or gotcha in Japanese. Like, he will, if he loses, he's like a bit gonna be, damn it, why? But then he fights again, and since he knows the strategy of the person, he beats them. And Jaden doesn't evolve as much, except
Jaden never freaking loses. Jaden never freaking loses. Neither does Yugi. Once.
Zane, well, twice, but the other time he couldn't see the card, so he had to forfeit. And the only evolvement that I saw from Jaden was the final episode of season 3, the final 2, because Konami, at that time was 4Kids, were bitches, and they're like, hey, fuck you guys, we're not gonna dub any more episodes from season 3, which was only 1, and not season 4. In season 4, we get to see his development, a bit more. Then there's the bad boy, Yusei.
Oh god, no. Okay. I know I'm cutting in here, but I'm fine with Yugi. But I think Yugi's kind of cheap since he has Yami always helping him. Jaden's cool because he's confident. Yusei is emo pants McGee to me. I despise Yusei on a grand level. I don't like him. I don't.
Yeah, you say, I don't know, he doesn't really get much character development, and he's,
I mean, I personally have not watched. I watched a couple of episodes of 5Ds and I said, screw it, it's boring. It's in my view.
5Ds is my least favorite of all the series. For me, the only good thing it has was Bonds Beyond Time, and Bonds Beyond Time was an amazing movie. And that's the only movie that we see you say evolve into something. Like we see him actually evolving, and it was pretty good. Now we got the current series ongoing.
Okay, let me talk about this one because this is
Yuma Tsukumo.
okay. Let me do the talking with this one. I feel I know I'm gonna get raged at, but out of all the Yu-Gi-Oh series, I just love Zexal. It's my favorite one. Now the reason for this is because I'm the protagonist.
Yuma?
A person who just plays because he wants to have fun.
Yeah.
That's all he is. That's why I like him. He literally is what we are. He's literally what every single rookie Yu-Gi-Oh duelist is now today. What they should be like. They should be full of energy, saying, "Okay, yeah, let's play this. This is a game. We're supposed to have fun with this."
Yeah.
Another reason why I like Zexal over the other series is because, well, I just like the way it looks. I don't like 5D's dark atmosphere, and while the cool school thing from GX is pretty cool, and the whole Egyptian pharaohs and shit from the original, I just like the futuristic look a bit more. I just like all the colors and shit. It's just cool to me. It's just nice looking.
Yeah. I think if he were to go up against Jaden, for example, Yuma could actually win.
Yeah, Yuma could win with help of Astral, probably. But that's another good thing I like about Jaden. Jaden never needed any help. Well, unless you count Wing Karibo coming out of freaking nowhere sometimes.
Yeah, but Jaden
barely needed help. Yusei barely needed help, but then again, we hate Yusei.
Yeah.
Take that, 5D's fan base. We hate Yusei. What are you gonna do about it?
GX is my favorite series, and honestly, I think yes, Yuma would win, but also Jaden could win because he has Yubel. Oh my god, I almost said you said. But anyways, he got Yubel inside him, and the spirits of the ancient guardian.
Well, they all have OP friends. We're digressing from the original fight right now. Let's get back to it. So, in retrospect, who has the better protagonist? Or protagonists? Whereas Ichi is a really good protagonist. Yu-Gi-Oh! They win by sheer numbers in this one. They have a lot of likable main characters.
Yu-Gi-Oh wins this one in
this category at least.
Because honestly, I love Jaden. I love it. He's never wants to give up, and even when he loses, he promises he's gonna fight that person again. And Yugi also.
But he is just he's one of those people who's so overpowered that you just I know he's going to win. There's no point in watching. He's the king of games.
The only ones who actually almost defeated him were Kaiba, Pegasus, and Merrick. That's it.
Yep. All right, now we're going on to the next category for this, which would be the villains. Oh God. Oh, I've only watched a couple of episodes of Vanguard. But I'm gonna say this right now. Whereas, shit, I forgot his name. Oh God, no. Kai's his name. Yeah, Kai. I think Kai does top Kaiba. I find him to be a bit more evil, but Kai compared and the other villains compared to Yu-Gi-Oh villains. Well, damn. Yu-Gi-Oh villains are just a bit more, are just a lot more evil. They're
And
more,
yeah, especially like Pegasus wanted to
oh,
seal,
Pegasus.
wanted to basically kill everyone. No, that was Merrick. Merrick's the one who wanted to kill everyone and send them to the Shadow Realm.
There's a funny thing about Merrick. He took over Bandit Keith, but freaking Pegasus made Bandit Keith commit suicide. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, in the manga, Benki dies, but then he takes over, like, Merrick takes over him, like, and I'm like, what? But then he die? And I hate how Merrick cheats, and as much as I love how evil he is, he cheats a lot. Beat, he defeated Joey by having three three copies of the 5 Exodia pieces, almost defeated Yugi like that. It makes me sick how he cheated almost all the time.
That's the whole. That's the whole part of him being evil. So yeah, villain wise, Vanguard doesn't really put up much of a fight. Yu-Gi-Oh wins this.
Yeah.
All right, supporting cast. Okay, now if we compare the characters such as Kamui, Aichi's sister Emmy, what was her name? The shit, I forgot her name. She had the pink hair. Misaki was her name.
Yeah.
Misaki, you know, the owner of Card Capital, Assista Cat, comparing to the other supporting cast.
Then there's
You know what? Surprisingly, you're gonna find it surprising. I think the Vanguard supporting cast wins this one. I don't know. I love them.
Yeah,
There's
I kinda like them too, because as much as Joey, Taya, Tristan, and Kaiba's brother,
they're awesome. Don't get me wrong, they're awesome, but there's just something about the Vanguard team, about the Vanguard supporting cast that just puts a smile on my face, and I like it.
this, like, the supporting cast are both amazing, and I can't choose. For me, it's a tie. Instead of you choosing the Vanguard, for me, it's a tie.
So yeah, let's do this at a tie because they're both amazing casts. But like in my opinion, it's a Vanguard's more of a win. That's in my opinion. All right, now we're moving on to the story.
Wow, that's a lot.
Oh God, I like Vanguard in the beginning because it's a fucking card game. It makes it quite clear it's a fucking card game. There's no need for fucking shadow games and shit. I know that like comes into play later in the seasons, but in the beginning it's a fucking card game. There's no one's life on the fucking line.
Yes, and in Yu-Gi-Oh, the cards are made out of steel and never get destroyed. In Vanguard, you have to take care of them because if not, they will get destroyed.
No, I mean, well, no, just freaking Yu-Gi-Oh's cards are made out of steel. I don't even. So yeah, story-wise, Vanguard's a bit more realistic. Well, up until the point where they do create the holographic 3D thing for the. But still, it was treated as a card game. There was nothing on the line. It was just a card game. These people were going to a tournament to play a card game in the beginning.
In Yu-Gi-Oh, the lives are always at stake in the first Yu-Gi-Oh series.
Si pierdes, vas pa'l Shadow Realm.
Oh yes. In GX,
you lose, you go to the Shadow Realm. You lose your Eternals.
In GX, the lives were not at risk, but like at the end of season 3 and the whole season 4, everyone was being possessed by the shadows, and I kinda that was good, but at the same time it was not so great some episodes. Then there's
So yeah,
5D's, a
from
dark story who might want to make you
oh
kill yourself, but yeah.
everyone dies in that. You lose your soul. My favorite character, Colin Kessler, freaking died. Okay.
Oh yes. And there's also
Oh,
Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal.
in Zexal, freaking if Yuma loses, Astral's gone forever.
Yeah, that's it, but that's later in the season, not the first, like...
True, true. But
But
still, so yeah, Yuki. Story wise, I prefer the humble beginning. The humble, it's just a card game. It's like yeah, it's a card game. It's nothing to you know. It explains the rules of the show great of the game night show. It go great in the show. The rules of the game great in the show. It sticks with the whole yeah. It's a card game, but I know it evolves into something more. Later in the series is with them shutting away the royal paladins, the dark paladins, and stuff like that.
So you're gonna give this one to Vanguard. We're gonna
I'm
give
it's one of the in my view, I like the humbler beginning than the whole shadow.
Yugioh, go to the Shadow Realm first episode.
First, where another thing, Aichi's just fighting for fun in the beginning. He's just having fun. Yugi's instantly thrust into a life or death situation concerning his grandpa.
Oh yeah, in the first episode, your grandpa is dying. If you don't win this game, you'll lose. Draws Exodia, I win, my grandpa's saved.
Aichi won by a miracle. His freaking actually no, I think Kai let him win. Yeah, Kai let him win.
Kai let him win the first one?
I think so. I mean, there's no freaking way he has a Dragonic fucking Overlord kick on Blaster Blade. Dies in like 10 seconds.
Oh yeah. So Vanguard wins in story.
In story.
Now, like, let's see in like the quality of the show. Now, Yu-Gi-Oh is a bit older, and like
The art styles have evolved.
yeah.
And
So we're not gonna choose like any of these. Like we're gonna if we have to choose, it would have to be Zexal and Vanguard. It can't be 5Ds or GX or the original.
That's like, well, yeah, that's understandable because it's newer animation versus newer animation.
Exactly. So we're gonna choose in Zexal and in Vanguard.
If we're talking about the newer animation versus newer animation, Vanguard kind of wins. I like the animation to that better. I like the way the characters look on the TV screen for Vanguard. Over
I prefer the Zexal kind of quality for it. I think it wins.
Okay, so we're gonna close one to tie two.
Yeah.
All right, but so in retrospect, wrap this up. Yu-Gi-Oh! Hands down wins in the TV series department. It lost horribly in the card game department, but
just horribly.
it was completely bashed. But Vanguard got bashed horribly here too. It wasn't even a fair
not so
fight.
horribly, but Vanguard managed to contain itself in the card game.
So it was a so-so win. So now we have to say, what's the superior series? And my verdict personally would have to be that Vanguard is superior series, simply because these TV shows are based around the actual game, and if the actual game is better than the other game, that's all that really matters.
Yeah. Anyways, like in better series for me, sure in card game Vanguard, but in series Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I'm just kidding. Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it has more series to it, and
So, but we're talking about which franchise is better, and right now the better franchise is the newer blood.
oh yes, it's Vanguard.
The only thing I can hope for is that Vanguard gets more popular. That's all I can hope. So my recommendation: go buy yourself a starter deck, because hell you could beat pro decks with a starter deck. I've done it before.
Anyone has done it before.
So
Yeah,
we see, guys. This has been Japanese Media Smackdown, and we hope we'll make another episode later.
Yes, but if we don't make videos for a month or 2 or 3 or 4, well, you know what happened to us. School and my freaking coach.
Not I'm a coach. All right. See you guys.
Later.